Welcome, everyone. I may give it just another minute or two to let people go ahead and continue to come in here. Um, and Eddie, if you want to watch that and let people in, that would be awesome.
I'm on it.
Um, but yeah, all right. Well, people may continue to come in, but we'll go ahead and get started. So, Um, welcome. And by the way, just right out of the gate, if you are, I see a lot of cameras turned on here, which is amazing. If you are not on camera and you are able to turn your camera on, we would love that. We love to see your faces. It makes it more of a personal, friendlier conversation. So, again, if you are able to turn your camera on, that would be amazing. First, I just want to start out with saying that we are so glad and appreciative that you all are here joining us today. So, my name is Jenna, and I'm the sales manager here at Genesis. Before we jump in, I do want to quickly introduce the Genesis and AMM team members that are joining us on today's webinar. So we have quite a few people
Perfect. Thank you.
from both the Genesis and the AMM teams. And Eddie, if you can be in charge of mutes, that'd be wonderful too.
Got it.
Um, we have so a few people I definitely want to point out. We do have Eddie and Lisa Price with us today on today's webinar. So Eddie and Lisa are president and vice president of the company. We have Joe and Christy who are on the Genesis sales team. And then we have several other people. So we have our implementation team here from the Genesis side. We have our support team here. We have our development team here. Several people joining today to just help support. This webinar and AMM and the relationship that we've joined together. So just want to thank everyone here as well as the AMM team for being here too. Also, specifically want to introduce Steph. So, Steph is with AMM, who I will be handing you over to in just a bit. But yeah, just want to say thank you for being here, both Genesis and the AMM team. Steph and I both are very appreciative of your support. All right, let's dive in. Today's webinar is going to be fun and it's going to be exciting. We're sharing something new and powerful for agencies who are looking to grow. So if you are looking to grow, you are in the right spot today. If you have not already heard, Genesis recently just acquired Agency Marketing Machine. That's also known as AMM. So if you hear AMM, the more formal name for that is Agency Marketing Machine. And we're really excited to now be able to offer these marketing solutions to our agencies. There will be a Q&A session at the end of this webinar. So what I would like to do right now is I want to make sure everyone is comfortable using the chat so that come Q&A time, we all know exactly where to go to type in and ask our questions. So if you're not familiar with Zoom, you at the very bottom, you should see a little chat. There's going to be a chat button down there. I want everyone here to please go ahead and open up your Zoom chat and I'm going to ask you a few different questions. If you will, just go ahead and put the answers to those questions there in the chat. So, question number one, tell me where you are joining from today. We're going to start off easy. I personally am in Forest City, North Carolina. So if you are not familiar with Forest City, North Carolina, I pretty much just say that I sit right in the middle of Charlotte and Asheville. So that's where I am today is good old North Carolina. And they're coming in fast. I see Florida, South Africa, Georgia, another North Carolina, Minnesota, Georgia, Illinois. All right, cool. Pretty much everywhere. So that's fun. That's awesome. All right, question number two. This is going to get a little bit deeper. So, question number two, what's one thing you'd love the most help with right now with your agency? What is one thing you would love the most help with right now? And I'm going to give you just a few different examples to try to help kickstart some ideas for you. So, maybe you're looking for more leads. Maybe you're looking for a better website, more Google reviews, help with your social media, better retention, follow-up automation. Those are a few that come to mind for me. So what's one thing you love the most help with right now? I see workflow, email marketing, better branding, increase in marketing for leads, so more leads. All right, awesome. Anybody else? Feel free to just continue. I know that's a little bit of a deeper question. AI integration, retention. Um, all right, those are good ones. Cool. All right. And third and final question. Are you currently doing anything marketing related today for your agency? This is just a simple yes, no, or a little bit. Um, so doing anything marketing related today? Yes, yes, yes. Good. Yeses are good. That's good. And if it's a no, that's okay too. That's why you're here. So I see several yeses there. So that's awesome. Okay, cool. All right. Well, thank you all for jumping in with that. Again, it's always helpful to hear what everyone is working on currently and where the biggest opportunities are. It really shows us, how we can help you guys in your agency. So I appreciate you guys jumping in there. And now we should be comfortable with the chat come our Q&A time. Before we move on to the actual, the fun part of this webinar, I do want to ask Eddie really quickly if you have anything that you'd like to share before we jump in.
What do you think the answer to that is?
I'm probably so.
Trick question.
Yeah, trick question. I'm going to be quick and just say what you're about to see is going to be fast because I've seen Steph do this and she's fast. What you're going to see is a lot of information. I think you'll be surprised about how much you see. Don't Once you see there's 12 things that she's going to show you. Once you get to about 4 and 5, you're starting to forget what 1 and 2 was. That's okay. Just relax. Get the feel for what you're seeing here. Don't worry about getting all the details. What you're going to see is like nothing I have ever seen before in 28 years of doing what I'm doing. And we had been looking at this company for the last 2 years, trying to form some kind of relationship like this. And it's been a great blessing that this deal finally came together. So that's it, Jenna. I just want to tell people you're going to see a lot. You're going to see it quick. And I will mention at the end of this, for anyone who wants to grow from where you are now, and especially for anyone who wants, there's such a do-good component to what AMM, how they do this, that just impresses me. At the end of this, there's going to be an offer that you can't refuse. So if you're interested in this, then you will like the deal at the end. I can promise you're going to like the deal. So that's it, Jenna.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that, Eddie. All right, now for the good part. I am excited for you guys to get to meet Steph. So Steph is part of the AMM team, and Steph has been in this role for over 10 years. Steph works closely with agencies every single day on growth strategies, lead generation, and just overall digital marketing success. So Steph is going to walk us through all that AMM has to offer. So with that being said, Steph, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you so much, Jenna and Eddie. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today and show you the AMM program. Kind of hold on to your hats because as Eddie and Jenna said, there's a lot to cover. So we go through this fast and furiously. And I have to admit, even after 10 plus years with AMM, I still get so excited about this stuff. And that's kind of why I get revved up. So probably the first question that's occurring to you right now is, why the heck should I listen to AMM? Well, the whole reason is that we know your business inside and out. We've specialized on marketing exclusively for insurance agencies. We don't take on any other types of clients for over 12 years now. We have tried and tested every technique, strategy, and technology out there ad nauseum. And the only things that we include in our Done For You program are those things that have proven themselves to be strong performers month after month, year after year, specifically for insurance agencies. And to date, we have helped our clients to generate well over 148,000 quoted referrals. So let me know if you would like a copy of our best-selling book, Agents of Change. Just type AOC, Agents of Change, into the chat for me now, and we will get you out a complimentary digital and audiobook copy. People still get onto a demo with me regularly saying they felt like the book was written about them and their agency. It just talks about thinking outside the box for marketing your agency. And if you're not doing that, you're not standing out from the crowd. All right. Over the years, as we've chatted with different agency owners, we found that so many of you have the same challenges around lead generation, low ROI on purchase leads. I think we've all experienced that. A few inbound leads, no system, nothing is systematized, and just no clear process for local partnerships as well. Retention and profit. I mean, retention is everything for an insurance agency, right? Retention has been challenging over the last several years. We know cross-selling and upselling opportunities aren't always taken advantage of. And there's no loyalty or appreciation programs usually for clients. There's just not a lot of contact in between renewals. So there's not a relationship building there. Visibility and credibility. And if you are not visible online today, as well as in your local community, it really severely hurts you, as well as any outdated info, anything that doesn't look contemporary, and inconsistency. Most folks are very inconsistent with their marketing execution. And you may be doing something over here with this company and something over here with this company, but it's inconsistent branding and messaging because you are using sort of a cut and paste to put together your marketing. So we're going to solve all that with our program and turn all of those challenges into competitive advantages for your agency. Now, we have 12 different components to this program. We have broken it down into 3 main steps, and we will go through each of those steps individually and take a breather in between each because it's going to be a lot of information. First step is always improving your local authority and branding, guys. It is so crucial. And the problem here is that an overwhelming number of users today say that they make snap judgments about your agency's service based solely on your website design, as well as other things that they see on the web. So if your website is maybe a little blah or lackluster, if it doesn't have personality or warmth, if it doesn't look contemporary, if it's not functional and has broken links, people equate that with poor service, and they're going to go look for someone who seems like they're more on top of things. So we're going to solve all of this with our 30-day, truly hassle-free website design and development overhaul. Think of it as we're the experts. We know what you need, and you're going to give us a wish list. And through this collaboration, in just 30 days, you will have a beautiful new website with all of the bells and whistles you could have ever wanted, with truly unique content. And that really makes you stand out and is something that you and your team can proudly direct people to. The key here is that it reflects your agency, your values, your personality, as well as being something memorable to your visitors. And we run all of your marketing initiatives off of your website, which makes your homepage look so fun, so attractive, makes people want to do business with you. All right, let's take that new website out for a spin now. If you've never heard of ad targeting, let's talk about this for a moment. We actually break this down into 2 parts at AMM: retargeting your website visitors, as well as ad targeting prospects. So in that first 30 days, when we're creating your website, we're also creating these cool ads for you. These are branded ads using your colors, your logo, talking about great value, different marketing initiatives that play so well with your audience out there. And after someone visits your website and then begins surfing online, They are going to be seeing your ads everywhere they surf on all of the most highly trafficked sites in time, hundreds of thousands of websites. So this works on both a subliminal as well as a fully conscious level to turn you into the go-to agency in town. And when insurance comes up, they're going to think of you. They might not even know why they think of you, but you are now a brand to them, like Kleenex and Coke and Apple. And that's a super good thing for you. I'm sure you've noticed when you've been on any website, say Amazon, and looked up a product, then those ads follow you around the internet. That's what we're talking about here. And you can see a couple of ad placements. Alrighty, so that is super for everyone who visits your website, right? We don't want to let them forget about you. But what about all those prospects you want to get in front of? Well, we take a list of email addresses from you, up to 5,000. And we're not going to be emailing these people. We're simply going to use the email addresses as an identifier and make sure that whenever those folks are online, they are seeing those ads as well. So you can become a warmed up household brand name to whatever segment of the population you want that with. Maybe it's win-backs, customers that you have lost. Maybe it's other commercial businesses out there that you would love to write their commercial policies. Maybe it's a geographical area. Whatever it is, we will warm them up through our ad targeting with you, and that is just a real good thing for the agency. Okay, let's now talk about reputation, because we all know reputation is everything when it comes to an insurance agency. And I don't know how many folks are aware of this. Not all really understand what Google can do for you, but 97% of consumers today read reviews for local businesses, and half of those folks, guys, now trust local reviews just as much as a personal recommendation from a family or friend. This is huge. So we do an amazing job of getting you more 5-star Google reviews, because over 81% of consumers say Google is where it's at, and that's where they're going first, of course. You can see here Paul and Dixon, we took from 11 to 101, Corrigan from 35 to 496. This is an automated process that you don't even have to think about. And we do this through a customer satisfaction survey. So instead of saying, hey, can you tell us how great we are and leave us a Google review? Instead, we're saying, please let us know how we're doing so far. How would you rate the service and support you've received from our staff? Of course, we're hoping they click on the 5, right? And it takes them out to the 2-question customer satisfaction survey. That 5 that they clicked on is automatically filled in. And then they answer the second question, which is simply, how likely are you to recommend us to others? Now, this one is a 10-point scale, because this develops your net promoter score, which has been shown to be a key indicator of future retention of clients. Very important. That's it, guys. Then we just thank everyone. But for everyone who rated you up as a 5 on that first question, now they got the warm fuzzies going, right? They're remembering how good you guys were to them. We invite them, and only them, to leave you a Google review. All they have to do when they click submit, the box opens up automatically, and we are pretty sure that they're going to echo that 5 stars right there, right? And hopefully write a nice little review as well. Now, if you have multiple locations, we can split those reviews evenly among all your locations. Or for a lot of people, one location is way lagging behind. Maybe it's a newer location in reviews. We can weight that so that that particular location receives more reviews. So we have a really convenient place where we're going to display all of these for you, and that is our Engage platform. Now, Engage is your hub for all things marketing with AMM. Our team will be utilizing this to take part in tasks on your behalf, and you and your team can get on here as well if you choose to. And one thing we definitely want you doing in here is coming into your reputation engine, and every one of your Google reviews will immediately populate here in your reputation engine, because it makes it so easy when you click to reply. You can either type your reply right here, or you can use our AI generated response. You can tweak that response. You can generate another one if you don't like it, but it is insurance savvy. We want to make sure that keywords are being used. And it's very, very handy if you don't know what to say, or you've run out of words with too many reviews, or you're getting a whole lot at once, which we have a process that will enable you to get a whole lot all at once. Once you generate the response, you hit submit, and then it immediately goes out as a reply to your Google business profile. I don't know if you're aware, but Google actually wants to see you reply to each and every review. That's important to them. Now, we're also going to keep track of all of those great surveys of the 1 to 10, because we're calculating your net promoter score over time. And now if someone should rate you low, say a 3, 2, or 1, that they're unsatisfied with your service, we ask them why, and then we shoot you an immediate email so that you are forewarned of their issue before you give them a call, and you can call them and turn that frown upside down before your retention takes a ding, because people start leaving you. So underneath all of those reviews we just looked at in Engage, here you're going to see where your NPS score is calculated. And we also are breaking out in those bottom bars all of those surveys, so you can see all of the information of the respondents right in here as well. And those unhappy notifications are flagged. Most of our clients don't get very many of those, but of course you do want to be aware of them right away so that you can make them happy before they start shopping around and before they leave you a bad Google review. Because remember, we're only inviting the folks who leave you 5 stars to leave you a review. Okay, social media. I mean, can we just see some hands? Who thinks social media is a constant thorn in their side? I'm one of those people, I have to admit, and most of the agency owners I talk to feel that way as well. Luckily, I have a team of experts behind me. So the thing about social media today, guys, is that an overwhelming number of consumers say that your brand presence in social media is more important today than it was just a year ago. And it is every year getting more and more important to people. So we're going to post to all of your social media platforms for you on a consistent basis with brand consistent posts that are, go figure, actually interesting and fun, and that people want to see. So we do not post about insurance. We post about general interests. We post humor, team activities. We post a lot of things of what's going on in your marketing program, driving traffic back to your website, helping your website metrics. But these are going to be cool, fun, engaging posts, because we feel that if you and your team don't find your social media posts worthy of liking and sharing, nobody else out there is going to either, right? And it just keeps you that positive item in someone's newsfeed, that when a prospect goes to check you out in social media, they see, geez, these look like cool guys to work with, right? This is a fun agency. I want to work with them. And after we take over our clients' social media, typically their results get a whole lot better, as you might expect. All right, this is a big one for a lot of folks, our FAQ video engine. Whether or not you've dabbled a toe in these waters yet, I'm betting you know that you should, right? But for most agency owners, it's the time, the money, and the expertise. So we take all the guesswork out of this. We have made it just as easy as possible for you, because over 3 times more people say that this is how they want to receive information over an article, an email, anything else. They want videos. Think about it. When you need to learn how to do something, where do you head? YouTube, right? When you have a question on anything. So we have already done the work to research all of the important insurance keywords out there, and we have created a list of all of those topics for you to create your own videos through our system. We have also created a 100+ library of pre-recorded videos that you can utilize as well. We have spokesmodel videos with humans. We also have those cool whiteboard videos, you know, the drawings that people love to watch. We're going to brand brand and transcribe these videos for you. And then we immediately push them out to all of your social media channels, as well as your website's blog, because living on your blog, it helps your website metrics. It keeps people on your website longer and keeps them engaged. So here we're back and engage in our FAQ video engine. You just select the category that you're interested in, you select the video you're interested in, or you can record your own video here. You can put your logo wherever you want it to go with the click of a button on the screen, and that's usually by the background that you select over here on the right. We have a lot of nice backgrounds to replace that green screen. And we're even going to record a really cool little intro and outro video for you. It's just that few seconds of professional coolness that really makes your videos stand out online. So here's one of our clients who's done just that. He's recorded his own video. We have a button, you click it and it generates the transcription. The reason we love these to sit on your website and be archived there is because of that transcription is SEO rich, right? It has all your important keywords in there. And then right underneath here, you can see all Steve has to do is check off where he wants us to post this video, and he's done, he's gone. Short, quick, snappy video, and you're out of there because we're handling all of the heavy lifting for you. Now, we even have the ability, and this is not part of our program, it's a conversation for another day if you're interested in some custom videos, but we can create an avatar of you or anyone on your team. We can create a fictional avatar based on whatever characteristics you want them to have. We can create custom videos. We can even create those cool Pixar videos like what you see in the middle, and that's a big attention grabber as well. Okay, let's all pause for a second here and take a breather because I know that was a lot to take in. I'd like to get real for just a moment, and I want you to think about your online presence. If a prospect checked out your agency online today, in the now, what kind of first impression would they see? A strong and memorable one, or one that's maybe a little outdated or even easy to forget? Go ahead and drop that in the chat for me if you wouldn't mind. Strong or needs work? What is your online presence like today for people checking you out? Let's see, some strong. Okay, excellent. Anything else? Could be better, right? So this is what I hear from agency owners every day. You know, the good news is that whatever your online presence looks like, whatever you need help with, it's all fixable, right? And that's exactly what that first step we just looked at is all about, creating an unbeatable online presence for you. Okay, so let's gear back up and get our lead engines revving for you. And the first thing that I'd like to share with you is our referral engine. I got to tell you guys, this is the cherry on top of the AMM program. This is what we're known for from coast to coast, because this process has generated well over 148,000 quoted referrals for our clients to date. We have clients who've been with us almost since the beginning. They're still bringing in 50 plus referrals in a single month, every month, month after month. We have a process by which you can get a whole bunch in a single day, in a single month, that your account manager will train you on. And these are not the results that most agencies get. So we all know as salespeople that we should be asking for referrals regularly, right? But does your team actually ask for referrals regularly? Probably not. They might get good after you talk to them about it for a little while, but then it drops off. And we did a huge survey to find out why this process was broken in most agencies coast to coast. And we found out it came down to basically either people don't know how to ask effectively or they feel uncomfortable asking. So we're going to turn this on its ear with worthy cause marketing. This is the single most effective form of marketing on the planet, and it always will be because it appeals to our better instincts as human beings. We all want to help out our communities. We just don't have the time and the money to make the impact that we would like to. But your customers in your community and your prospects will get behind you if you give them the opportunity to feel philanthropic without taking any time or money from them. So we actually turn you into agents of change and suit you up in your superhero capes, because we're going to create a rewards program on your website that is all about a community cause campaign. And your rewards program simply says, for everyone you recommend to us who receives an insurance quotation, we're going to donate X number of dollars to our current community cause campaign, which is a worthy nonprofit or a family in need in your community. We recommend between $10 and $25. Probably most of our clients do 10. And we are going to keep track of all of these referrals for you in our Engage platform that we've looked at a couple of times. We're also going to keep a running tally of the amount to donate at the end of that campaign period, so there's no mad dash trying to figure that out when you're going to cut the check. We can help you to identify a cause if you and your team don't already work with causes. We create an entire campaign around this, guys. We're going to be putting it on your website, in your social media, in flyers, in your monthly magazine. Shh, we haven't talked about that yet. And then we typically change up that cause on a quarterly basis because it allows you enough time to raise some visibility and funds for that worthy nonprofit. And then it gets people excited for the next cause, and you get new people following you because of that. We can supply you with these cool giant dry erase checks to make your donations, and your customers will see this online on your website, in your magazine, and they'll say, wow, that's my agency. How cool is that? And people not with you already will see that and say, my agency's not doing anything like this. Why am I still with them? And people can even pat themselves on the back because they contributed referrals, which contributed to the campaign. So this is probably our most popular component of our program. Most agency owners love it. They give back to the community when something presents itself. But what we're doing is systematizing it, making it a consistent program, and getting it all kinds of visibility and goodwill. Guys, your team will love it as well. Not only does it give them the opportunity of having something exciting and inspiring to talk about, it gives more of those referrals that close better into their pockets, more money for them, and it makes them feel good about working with an agency that is helping out the community. So staff satisfaction tends to go way up as well. Okay, let's keep our lead engines revving with our concierge engine, because we found over the years that one of the biggest sources of untapped leads out there tends to be from other local business partners. Think about it, guys. They have their own personal and commercial needs. They also have family, friends, and customers of their own. So we help you to build better, deeper, stronger relationships with these folks by giving them free marketing on your behalf. The law of reciprocity then kicks in. They're very grateful to you for this free marketing, and they want to send you all of the business that they possibly can. So we do this in several different ways. First, we create what we call a concierge directory for your website. It's your own Angie's List of all of the other highly recommended businesses in town folks can turn to when they have a need. It's a great free resource for customers and friends of the agency. We're also creating a dedicated landing page for each of these partners. Great for their SEO. They love you for it. And then we do a most loved business of the week in social media. We tag them in. They like, comment, and share it with their audiences. So not only are you continually getting in front of new folks, but you're also getting all kinds of love from your local business community. And when we take a look at our magazine, we're also creating an ad for your partners in there, so they're getting in front of your clients on a consistent basis as well. When you stop and think about all the businesses that you're surrounded by every day, How many of them do you think would say, pick me, if you offered them some free marketing? Very exclusive service. It's also a great value added service for your commercial clients as well. Great perk. All right. And then our Casa Custom Gifts program is an offshoot of that concierge program because we've identified that mortgage lenders and realtors can be terrific sources of referrals to the agency, right? Those homeowners leads typically bundle at least with autos. So let's get more of them. Let's get more of them coming in the door by solving what these folks told us in a survey was their number one problem. And that's their own customer thank you gifts. So on your behalf, we're going to ship out a great customer thank you gift to that homeowner from the lender or the realtor who originally referred you that business. You could put your name on the gift tag as well if you would care to. Now, this is up to you whether you choose to utilize this program or not. You would, of course, purchase these gifts. They're $25 each plus shipping. But for that, you get a really terrific relationship with those folks in town who can really keep your team fed. And you get a great reputation. Again, just like with your worthy cause marketing and your concierge program, you're giving back. So these are all beautiful, high quality gifts. I have them in my own home. But guys, the kicker here and why this works is that everything is monogrammed with that homeowner's own monogram or last name. So it lives on in their home and leads to repeat business and referrals for those professionals. More repeat business and referrals for them means more for you coming your way. Of course, everything at AMM is systematized. We are a machine. It's very, very simple to keep track. You pretty much just have to click that blue approve order button and the gift arrives beautifully gift boxed within a week to that homeowner's home or to the realtor if they want to present it personally. Most of our clients cultivate different lenders and realtors in town on this program, but we have clients who have sent out over 1,500 gifts in this program. When you consider the bundling options with homeowners, imagine all of the moochie insurance policies that means coming into the agency just off of this one technique. It's up to you if you choose to utilize it or not. All right, let's talk about local SEO for a minute, guys. Of course, everything we do for you is SEO optimized, but this is a different animal. Not all of you may be aware of it. This is actually an add-on to our program per location, and we can run some maps, some geo maps to see if it would benefit your agency. So, of course, everything that we're doing for you in the online world is helping your ranking. Your website is helping your ranking, and those videos, man, does Google love that video content. Now let's talk about when someone actually types in homeowners insurance, auto insurance, umbrella policy into their Google search bar. All the ads come up first, right? But then there's that box of 3, and these are the top 3 organically rated businesses that insurance agencies that are searched for. This box, guys, drives 44% of all Google clicks. We want to get you into this box, and I know you want to be in this box as well. So we do this through a variety of ways. First, we optimize your Google business profile. We recreate that profile identically in the almost 70 other search directories out there that Google consults regularly. Everything has to match perfectly or Google will drop you down in their rankings. We post content to your Google business profile throughout the month that Google really loves to see. And we optimize your website for local searches with a city page. And little by little, that ranks you higher every month. So we do this, we report to you every month through a couple of maps. The first is a geo map. I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but when we run this per keyword, your office is always in the center, and we want to see you at placement number 1, and that's bright green. And then as you move out in increments through the community, you rank poorer and poorer. And these 20 pluses, guys, mean there are at least 20 businesses ahead of you on Google in the ranking. You're pages and pages back. No one is ever going to find you. Just a few months later, you can see everything is turning around in this community for this client. Here's a client. Google didn't even know his office was there, for heaven's sakes, when we first started working with him. Just a few months later, he is a sea of ones. And this just keeps getting better and better every month. Of course, getting you ranked better on Google means more phone calls into your office, more clicks through to your website. Your credibility is excelled because if your page is back, potential clients are going to think that the others are more credible than you are. And it's all about free leads, driving free leads into the agency. Some agency out there is getting those free leads from people on Google. We want it to be you. The other way we report to you is with this graph showing you the current month to the year's previous month of the same year. So a couple of different ways we take a look at that. Okay, let's pause again, and I'd like to do a quick gut check here if we can. So think about everything that we have just been talking about around our lead generation techniques. And if you had to rely on your current lead flow for, say, the rest of the year, exactly as it is today with no changes, would you feel completely confident with that? Or would you maybe feel a little bit nervous? Go ahead and drop that in the chat for me if you wouldn't mind, that you're confident or you're perhaps a little bit nervous. Everybody would love more, right? And that's what it's all about. And of course, most of these we're talking about referrals, and referrals are going to close at a much, much higher rate. And, for a lot of agencies, I mean, so many folks I talk to, consistent lead generation is a real challenge. That's exactly why we focus on building these predictable lead engines instead of just leaving things up for chance. Because if you leave things up to chance, often things go very awry. All right, now we are on our third and final step here, guys. We're in the home stretch. I think you can see how everything we've already looked at is going to help your client retention. But this is such an important topic that we put special focus on this. And I'm sure most of you are aware of the IIAA, of course, the premier independent insurance agency organization out there. And they say that long-term profitability equates solely to customer retention. There's nothing else that really is a factor there. And I'm happy to say that our clients see a really sweet bump in retention. So many agency owners I talk to don't understand that even just a small increase in retention, say a percentage or two, can mean a whole lot more money in your pockets. And of course, retention is where the wealth and the legacy come in for any agency. So let's break this down to the barest bones by thinking about you yourself. And if you were a customer of your own agency, you're a customer, and a couple of years ago, you have purchased an insurance agency from an agency, an insurance policy from an agency in town. And in that ensuing 2 years, you really haven't heard much from these guys except at renewal time. But there's been no attempt to build an actual genuine relationship with you. And then your neighbor tells you that they just saved some money working with XYZ insurance down the street. What do you think? Would you give them a call? Who wouldn't, right? Because there's no relationship there. And most people are going to follow the money if they don't have a relationship with their current agency. And I'm talking about more than just when they call in for service. So our labor of love for you is our hometown magazine. This is a beautiful 8-page magazine that is sent out via email to every one of your customers every single month. 8 pages, the covers are vibrant and attention-getting and get people to talk. And it's that warm, friendly hello in your customer's inbox every month that keeps you top of mind, keeps your retention sky high, and keeps them referring you as well because you are top of mind. And this is just about as cool as you can get. Our new clients just love reporting when they start hearing great things about the magazine. So this is all going to be branded for you and your agency. The tagline is Live Well and Thrive. Just like our social media strategy, this is not about insurance. This is motivational, inspirational. So we're going to kick off with that powerful feel good stuff, your worthy cause marketing campaign. We are also going to have caricatures drawn by an artist of you and your team that we use with your names on the articles that our professional copywriters write in here, turns you into stars, and creates this warm, friendly agency family that people feel like they're part of. We do a great events board that's very general, but we can customize that for your town if you want to send us some fun things coming up. We do a yummy seasonal recipe, a great monthly book review, and just a variety of fun and engaging articles, puzzles, games, quizzes that most folks are going to get a kick out of and that really do help them to live well and thrive. Now, that coveted inside back cover advertising, that's where we're putting the ads we create for your concierge partners. These local businesses didn't have to lift a finger for these ads, guys. We're creating them for them. Now, underneath those ads, you can see there's a great giveaway of a $1,000 Amex card, and there's a riddle. We always have a riddle going. AMM puts up a $50 gift card for the winner, but it gets your customers interacting with you and with your magazine by solving the riddle. And it's just fun, right? So they look forward to that. Your back ad is always for you. It is something heartwarming or cute and quirky that's going to bring a smile and remind people that you're looking after them and you're the cool agency in town to work with. Now, we can also do an approved carrier ad back here with your branding on it if you are with a carrier that offers co-op funds for print advertising. And again, that's a conversation for another time. All right, let's talk about that Amex card now. Our promo engine is super because selling more to existing customers, you know it, your agency leadership is huge. They close so much faster, they spend so much more, and these promos will also attract new people to the agency as well. We launch a customer appreciation drawing 6 times a year for you. So every other month, you have a new exciting $1,000 prize up for grabs. That's something exciting and inspiring for your team to talk about. And no worries, we put up that $1,000 prize ourselves at AMM. Then we bundle together a handful of our clients who all want to take part in the drawing, but your folks still have a much better chance of winning than anything else they're going to enter online. And it just keeps excitement and fun high. So we get them to enter with the cool prize, but now that we have their attention, what are your goals for the month? What kind of leads would you like coming in? Would you like some more 5-star Google reviews? We have multiple opportunities within each of these categories to bring more leads into the agency. And historically, they perform very, very well for our clients. Again, you just have something else that's fun to talk about with people and that makes you stand out. Okay, so let's pause. And before we begin really wrapping things up, outside of renewal time, how often are you truly getting in front of your clients in a meaningful way outside of renewal time? Drop it in the chat for me if you would, consistently, occasionally, or barely at all. And, don't be embarrassed if it's barely at all, because I talk to agency owners every day who say that they're just not getting in front of their customers. They know they should, but they're not doing it. I see consistently also, okay, we've got birthday wishes. Sure, most agencies do that occasionally. Okay, so you are like most of the folks that I talk to. So here's the real question for you. If you were your own customer, would you feel valued and remembered? Would you feel appreciated at any time other than when you're calling in for service, working with your agency? Because it's not just about one thing, guys, right? It's about everything working together consistently, seamlessly, month after month, year after year. So you're visible everywhere, bringing in new leads, increasing your retention, building relationships that lead to better retention and more referrals. So this is our Done For You program. You have a dedicated account manager that will help you through every step of the process and train you and your team. You're seeing some of their faces here. I got to tell you, we have the best pros for account managers. They really nail it for our clients, and they're all fun people too. So before we get to our last step, does anyone have any questions? Feel free to unmute yourself and ask if you feel comfortable doing that. You can put it in the chat and we'll take some questions in there. It's entirely up to you. You'll also have an opportunity to schedule a one-on-one with me to ask your questions that way if you prefer. Did any questions come up?
No
while you were
questions yet,
doing the
Steph.
demo? Okay. Well, then I bet the burning question on your mind is, how do you get going with this? So our next step is to get you enrolled and set a kickoff meeting. And that's where you're going to meet with our brand manager, your dedicated account manager, and me. And we're going to collaborate on your vision for the branding of your agency going forward into this really exciting new future. And then we've got a fire under us, guys, because typically 30 days after that kickoff, we launch your marketing and your website, and you then begin working one-on-one with your account manager every month. People always always tell me, this sounds like it's going to take so much time. Well, we're doing all the heavy lifting for you. So really, everything is on autopilot for you. And the only time that we need is for a monthly meeting, generally around a half hour, where you are going to sit with your account manager and review what happened in the previous month, strategize for the next month, and receive additional team training on new components that you can utilize to even maximize your results more. And everything else, really, it's just adding a sentence onto what you say regularly to talk about your community cause program, your concierge program, your Casa Custom Gifts, what have you. Okay, we have 2 different programs for you, and we typically recommend these by your agency size. So top of the line is our Dragster program. That's a base fee of $19.95 a month. We typically think of Dragster for up to 20 members on the team. Again, you get the most of everything, the most frequency of everything here in the Dragster. I can also highly recommend our Bulletproof program. It's a base fee of $15.95 a month. Bulletproof, we generally recommend for teams of up to 12 and up to 4 locations. This is your monthly fee. This is what you are grandfathered in at, regardless of how long you're with AMM, and no matter what happens to our pricing, you will never pay more than this. Now, since you're on the webinar today, we wanted to sweeten things up for you a little bit, and we have a couple of very exciting things available to you. First of all, if you make a decision to come on board with AMM in the next week, we will take $400 a month off of your monthly fee. Dragster's down to $15.95 a month. Bulletproof's down to $11.95 a month. Guys, this is a savings of $4,800 a year. And again, you're grandfathered in at that price. That price will never go up for you, but you have to come on board within the next week. Now, just to inform your decision, we are only onboarding up to 5 agencies from this webinar. That's what our team is comfortable with. So there is a factor involved here. If this is what you know you want, I would jump on it. And if you're one of those people who've been sitting through this webinar going, I love it, I want it, where have you been all my life? I've been looking for something like this. We have an extra bonus for you. If you go into chat and type claim right now because you know that you are in, we will even throw free ad targeting for your first year onto your Bulletproof program. That is the only component that comes out of the Dragster program to the Bulletproof. We're going to give it to you for free for a year if you decide today that you want to onboard with the Bulletproof program. Again, this is all done for you, and your account manager is going to train you on how to best utilize everything in this program. All righty, Jenna.
Back over to me.
back over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Steph. That was excellent. Um, by the way, amazing job with that. Again, if if you have additional questions, which we do have just a few minutes left, so if a question came up between the time that Steph asked and now, feel free to go ahead and pop that in the chat. But if you have additional questions and would like to book some time with Steph, or you're welcome, Lindsay. Thank you. If you want to book some time with Steph as like your own personal Q&A session, I am going to post her scheduling link right now. So you should see that come in through the chat. That'll take you directly to Steph's calendar where you can grab a time, one-on-one time with Steph, whatever works best for your schedule. For everyone who joined us today, Steph will be personally following up with each of you after the webinar. So again, it is a great opportunity to have a one-on-one conversation, ask questions specific to your agency and see what might be, just the best fit for your goals. Eddie, were you wanting to jump in and say anything?
I just want to make sure, and I may have missed it, that you guys mentioned the 90-day money back guarantee. I missed that if you talked about that.
I totally forgot about that, Eddie. Please.
Yeah, what we were going to do, and AMM's never done this, as I understand it from Steph, ever.
Never.
The only people invited today to this presentation are current Genesis customers. So many of you that are here have had a long relationship with us. If anyone wants to try this because you think it's awesome, I think it's awesome. If you want to try this, and by the way, there's 12 things here. If there's a piece or two that you don't want to utilize, you can say, I'm not going to use that piece or two. I love all these other things. But if anyone wants to claim this today, we will tell you that if in 90 days from now you feel like, gosh, I wish I hadn't have done this. I didn't get the results I thought. I didn't enjoy the experience as much as I thought. We will refund 100% of the money you've paid. So if you're interested in this at all, there's absolutely no way that you can lose. It'll either work great and you're loving it, or you get your money back. So you can't lose.
Thanks, Eddie. I appreciate that.
You're
It
welcome.
fell out of my head.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Eddie. Okay, well, we truly appreciate everyone joining us today, and we hope that this gave you some valuable takeaways, for growing your agency. So, and that's our ultimate goal. So, yeah, thank you all again for being here, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
guys.
Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye.